Welcome to the Clarified channel. My name is Alexi, and if you're asking the question of how can I better mentor people, guiding them how to answer life's biggest question of what should I do next with my life, then you found the right channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how life direction and the pursuit of money intertwine. You might be surprised by what you're about to hear. Life direction is a stand-alone subject. It is in its own class, its own little world. And if you don't learn how to answer it, it's always going to come back at you and it's going to bite you when it matters most. So what do I mean by that? Have you ever heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Well, if not, let me give you a tip. Go to Google, type in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which I'm doing right now, and you're going to see a bunch of triangles pop up. And in there, they talk about human pursuits. It's broken down into 3 phases and 5 different levels. The first phase is about pursuing our physical needs. That is the most important thing. Eat, sleep, have shelter overhead. Once we finish pursuing and we feel comfortable in what we get on that phase, we go to the next level, and that's what's called the psychological needs. And in there, like for example, I'm taking a look right now, they're talking about esteem needs, belongingness, friendships, friends, feeling of prestige. That's level 2. Once we feel we've accomplished just a good level there, then we go on to the last phase, which is called the self-fulfillment phase or self-actualization. This is where you're striving to achieve your full potential. Once you got your physical needs met, your money is you're getting just enough resources, be it money or stuff, and you're fed and you have a place to sleep and just the basic needs, and you're feeling somewhat decent mentally, then you're always going to get back to the question of, okay, what's my next life direction? And that's what I'm talking about. That is its own class, and that's where life direction resides. And if you want to see this being played out in real life, follow any YouTuber from the beginning and watch how first they start talking about, especially YouTubers who talk about, like, say, growing a business of some sort, be it online or offline. They start off with very business minded, and growing their business, growing their awareness. And once they hit a certain level of success, you will see almost every time that they're just like, they get to a point where it's like, oh man, what do I want to really do with my life? They hit such massive success. They got the 2 bases down and now the 3rd one. And the interesting thing about Maslow's hierarchy of needs is that we're not always just at one phase. It's not something that you just move from one to the other, from one to the next, and stay there. In life, we have all kinds of different experiences. You might, for example, when I was working in Massachusetts, then I moved to New York, and I had to reset and restart, get a job, get settled in, make sure I'm making enough money to just get the basics taken care of. And then when I left that job and got another one, again, I went from the top, again, back to the basic, focus on making sure I got my foundation set in that order, making sure I'm just being able to function as a human. Then I could think about friendships, and then I could think about self-actualization. So you'll see this, you'll experience this in your life, you'll see this happening to people around you, and you, again, just pick one YouTuber and watch their progress, and at some point, they will hit that level. It's like, okay, what do I want to do with my life? They've hit the success on the 2 first bases, and now they're on the 3rd base, ready to go for home, but they're like, I don't know if what I just created is what I want. Just like I said in the title, how does picking a life direction and the pursuit of money, how do they interact? Well, the interaction is, it goes only as far as once you got your financials straight and you're getting enough, life direction is going to come right back at you. It reminds me of a story, my personal story. When I was probably 9 years old, I put out a trap because somebody was eating a trash can, and it was one of those, like a bear trap, but a small one. Well, I caught a skunk in there. I didn't know what a skunk was then. So I saw this animal trapped in there, and I wanted to open the trap, but that thing turned around and sprayed me right in my eye, and boy, did it hurt. Aside from hurting, it didn't matter how much I washed myself that day. I was going to stink like a skunk. And I know this might be a rough comparison, but until you learn how to answer what is my next life direction, and yes, there is a process, there is a journey, there is a way. In the beginning, the first time, it's going to be a challenge. That's why I'm creating this a community around the subject. At first, it's a challenge, but once you get it down, the next time it comes up in your life, guess what? It's going to be super easy, super quick to answer it. And instead of spending weeks or months trying to figure this out and being angst and stress, you could just sit down, go through what you did the first time, and then answer, okay, here's what I want to do with my life next. And so the reason I brought up the skunk is because the skunk smell, once you try to wash it off, it's still there. Just like this question. If you do not learn how to answer it, you might mask the smell, but it's going to come right back. You might achieve success, but it's going to come right back. It's going to come back at you every time. You might create a temporary goal, temporary thing you want to achieve, and once you achieve it, guess what? That question is waiting for you. Knock, knock, knock. It's going to be waiting for you every time you hit any level of success in your life. So I want to encourage you in this video. Money is not, success or lack thereof is not going to take that question away. As long as you got just enough comfort in your life, that question will come right back at you. Below, I left a link for the PDF called the Clarifier Map. That's the first step to take to figure out, are you at the point of answering what is my next life direction, or are you before that, are you beyond that? That map helps you do that. Right now it's just a basic PDF, but I'm creating a mini course, and you'll be able to get, the first 100 people will be able to get free access to it. So sign up. It's my gift, my 2020 gift to you. And remember, the question of what should I do next with my life, the question of your next life direction is a standalone question. It's always going to be waiting for you, and until you learn how to answer it, it's going to be there like a good old friend. It will knock on your door when you least expect it. In tomorrow's video, I'm going to dive into why it's so important to have a community around you when you're answering the question of what is my next life direction, and why I'm building that community for you. On that note, make sure to smash that like button, because hey, in the 21st century, that is how you can make a difference in this world. By clicking that like button, by sharing this video with at least one person, this is going to start spreading the word out there. And not only that, but get this, YouTube is going to start making this video pop up higher and higher so other people can find this and answer this question much sooner than later in their life. And if you're super excited about learning, make sure to click that notification bell, and every time I come out with a video, you'll be notified. On that note, live, love, and hug everyone you love as long as you live. Until next time, peace. Have you ever heard of Maslow's hierarchy?